I've played a lot of board games over the last 7 years. I mean, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of sessions to say the least. I've played with a lot of different people, a lot of different types of gamers, a lot of different friends, and oftentimes foes. Some would even deign to say I'm somewhat of a board game expert. I, of course, wouldn't call myself that, and neither would most of my friends. But I've played a lot of games, and I've learned a thing or two in the process.
Yeah, Jesse, you've learned quite a bit, like how not to play by the rules, how not to ever read a rule book, yet somehow you find ways to play these games, how to win the game despite everyone else at the table not playing by the same rule set that you're playing.
Okay. Like I said, my friends would have different opinions, but I've learned a lot over the last few years. Now, whether one would argue I've learned these things because I've done them or because I've seen them done at the table is besides the point. But I've learned a lot about what makes a game night good, what makes a board game playable, and what things ruin the experience entirely.
Yeah, like spending too much time with flavor text. It's great, but you don't have to spend 15 minutes on one paragraph.
This is the Quackalope channel. We will always read flavor text and we will never apologize for it. Did I just miss with all those ducks?
Multi-shot failure.
Did I miss with them all? Really?
All of them.
I debated not even showing this shot because we did just get back from a long photography contract road trip with a 14-month in tow, and I just kind of dumped it all in the back here because Dennis is up to play some board games. But I've got a studio to set up and also a video to film. So let's go ahead and talk about the 5 things that board gamers do, or people in board game groups do, that ruin the experience entirely. Now, this list came together because I was talking with Dennis and commenting once again on how I enjoy playing board games on camera more than I enjoy playing board games in almost any other setting. Now, the interesting thing is I'm not alone in that thought or that feeling. A lot of people don't actually like being on camera, and I understand that. But I've invited a lot of people behind this table, in front of these cameras, and I would say the vast majority of them have walked away saying,
that was kind of fun.
And?
Stressful.
And?
Productive.
And?
I don't know the word you're looking for.
I wasn't looking for anything specific. I was just looking for a few more compliments because they've been sparse so far. The camera does something unique. You see, it keeps everyone's attention on the game and very quickly removes and exposes the areas that seem to ruin all of our gaming experience. Point number 1 is the phone. If you're filming for a video, whether it's on YouTube or sending something to your grandmother, the phone just isn't available. You can't check Twitter, you can't scroll, you can't play Terraforming Mars at the same time you're playing another game, like Dune Imperium or a second version of Terraforming Mars. And yeah, that's happened in real life, multiple times.
The phone can be very annoying.
And the worst part is we don't even realize we're doing it. With the phone, it's just so habitual. You pull it out of your pocket, you check for 10, 15 seconds, you don't think you've done anything to the dynamic or the flow of the game. And yet, that pause, that delay, that distraction, that moment where I notice you're not actually invested, whatever it is, however it affects the dynamic of the table, playing a board game without it is just better, period.
The other thing that is eliminated when you're on camera is the fact that when you're on camera, people do talk through their turns. You have to keep the audience informed of what's happening. And by default, you're keeping everyone else at the table informed as to what's happening on your turn. It is kind of a negative experience to sit in total silence while 3 or 4 other people around you take their turns silently, and it comes back to you and you're going, wait, what did you do? How did that work? Was that correct? By talking out your turns, you play more accurately, and you actually play a little quicker than you would if you just sit in silence with analysis paralysis.
More accurately might be a bit of a stretch here on the Quackalope channel, but you should see how we play off camera. I mean, I tell everyone, just enjoy the game, but do this one thing. Talk a little bit more, right? Make sure people are following along, both at home and at the table. And I really like that. I don't want to have to ask or guess or assume. And on top of that, you've heard it here, confirmed, official. Quackalope and Quackalope affiliate products stand soundly against board games such as The Mind that involve no talking whatsoever at all.
I actually enjoy The Mind.
All right, well then his point is mute.
Yeah, you sit in silence and just stare at each other and then play a card every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's great fun.
I think the term also is mute, not mute, moot. But you are mute with the moot point. So you don't have your phones, you talk out your turns and make sure everyone is not only getting things more accurate, but also following along at the game table, and you read lore. Again, Quackalope is a big fan of lore, and the Quackalope channel is dedicated, probably one of the most dedicated board game channels, or channels in general, in the internet space, to read every scrap of flavor text we come across. And people don't let me get away with that if we don't have cameras turned on.
There's a reason for that. When Jesse's reading flavor text, you should hear behind the scenes how often he gets the word wrong, reads something completely not on the page, adds his own flavor text in between the flavor text. He's got quite the imagination.
Okay, I am a confident reader, and I will not apologize for that. There feels like a lot of criticism heading in my direction, both in the comment section of most of my videos and here at my game table as well. Point number 4 does have to do with speeding things up. And yeah, cutting out my flavor text reading in person speeds things up a little bit. But reducing the level of AP overall, because there's just that little bit of tension, tiny bit of pressure, a little bit of swelling anxiety, that silence is noticeable. A camera does that better than a snide comment or a nudge or a sand timer on the table is ever going to do.
I have a hard time coming up with. I'm either in it or I'm like trying to come up with stuff.
So just mention that you had a nice comment, but you've lost track of it, and you're going to need a moment to think through it.
So here's the part where we add another insult to Jesse. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, the audience, to leave a comment below. Insult him in some way, some small way. Just take a shot at what he does on this channel, because we all know we have some things we want to say. Take the gloves off. See what you can do.
That's not what I asked. That's not what we agreed to. Why did I hand you the camera in the first place? We were going to pick on you not being able to come up with something to say to the camera. Don't do that, please. I just got back. Point number 5 is shockingly underrated or not acknowledged, or something that people just don't think about until they sit in a studio playing a board game.
I just bought a new house and I have a dedicated room for board gaming, but the lighting is something to be...
You see, lighting makes all the difference in the world, and a studio has to have good lighting for the cameras. We've got lights shooting off the ceiling, beams reflecting onto the table. We've got a giant softbox that makes sure everything looks beautiful. Everything is legible. Everything can be seen, not only by the viewer, but also by the player.
Wow, what is that? Anyways, I have 2 little can lights up top that are maybe 60 watts, and that's supposed to light up the entire room. If it was a little movie theater, it'd be great. But for board games, I can't hardly see anything. So I'm in the process of trying to upgrade to some Philips Hue, maybe do some string lights around. Lighting is important.
Hear me out. One giant studio light beaming off the bright white ceiling, it's honestly all you need.
I'm going to take a couple. How expensive are they?
A couple hundred.
Oh, man.
I mean, yeah.
So if you want some lights, I'll sell them on eBay soon.
So there you have it. From one board game expert, renowned in nearly every way, to either a balding amateur or a firefighter who got a little too close to the heat, those are our 5 things every game group should prevent, avoid, put a little bit of time and effort into making sure they mitigate them as much as possible. And if you want to find a solution quickly, you don't even need to hit record. Set a camera up and tell everyone you're live streaming now, or that you're filming it for personal use later.
Personal use can be taken many different ways, but you know something, Jesse? A real content creator would have had 10 reasons. Top 10 lists are better than top 5 lists, just in general.
Yeah, man, I haven't slept for like 36 hours, drove back 9 with a 14-month-old, and just unloaded my car without a single offer or hand of help from what I thought was a public servant. So,
I was just waiting for you to fall down and need a lift assist.
I think 5 is where we're going to stand, and luckily for us, there's some real experts out there that might leave a comment or two down below, letting us know other things they pay attention to. These are the things that, for me, make playing a game on camera so substantially more satisfying than playing in almost any other environment. Stay tuned, because I think the next conversation needs to be 5 reasons why I hate, and I mean, that's a strong word. I mean it like Pop-Tarts still frozen. I mean, those might be good. I hate playing board games at conventions. Like, it's terrible. It's miserable.
I've actually met some great people at some of the smaller conventions I've been to. So we're opposite in that regard.
I didn't say I hate the people at conventions. I said I hate playing the board games there. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.